Been thinking about resurrecting the old YouTube channel. I never really wanted to stop putting videos on here. It's just sometimes life dictates what we put time and energy into. And it's been a pretty busy life over the last 9 years. So it's been quite a while since I put anything on YouTube. So for anybody that may have forgotten or any new people that show up, my name is Carlos. I am a caregiver spouse. My wife, Mandy, she had a spinal cord tumor that required surgery. That was 9 years ago, August 2016. So the first few years was just learning how to live a disabled life. For the last few years on my part, my concern is how long will I be able to take care of my wife? How long will I be able to help her up and give her a shower and do things for her that she needs? So for me to be able to give her the best care that I can for as long as I can, I need to address my own health concerns. So I need to be a little bit better physically fit, and I need to keep a sharp lookout for my mental and emotional health. And probably the most important one is my spiritual health. So I've noticed that whenever I drift away from God is when I feel the most vulnerable, and I have recognized more mental stress and depression whenever I'm spiritually estranged from God. So that's a big one. If I keep my spiritual wellness at the top of the list, I believe that it will inspire me and make me feel more of a sense of urgency to take care of my physical and mental well-being. So it's just the three big areas that I want to address and improve in my life. So to start out physically, as you can tell, I'm a bit of a fat guy. I'm only 5'8", and I'm probably 215, 220. And I need to lose some weight because I need to improve my cardiovascular health, my heart health. I do have a little bit of elevated cholesterol levels and a little bit of elevated blood sugar, A1C, whatever. I'm in fear of becoming a diabetic, and blood pressure is a little bit up, but none of them is full-blown panic mode. But I'm at a point where I need to make a turn. What in the world? I need to make a turn and improve those markers so I don't become a diabetic or have some sort of really bad heart disease or cardiovascular disease. And I want to be aware of my mental state, emotional well-being and all that. So I want to be aware if anything starts to creep in. I want to, keep a sharp look for any signs of Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, any of those neurological disorders or diseases, illnesses. And like I said a minute ago, spiritual health. Being a caregiver spouse, I have to pretty much do everything around the house. So when we go to church, or when we go anywhere, I have to get my wife showered and dressed, load the wheelchair up. And unfortunately, that I've used those things as an excuse to not go to church regularly. And we love our church. We love going to church, hearing the services, listening to the preacher, being around our fellow church members. It's an enjoyable thing, but the disabled life, it creates challenges. So it's just some things I need to overcome, to suppress the thoughts that it's too hard to do. So just those three areas I really want to work on. I want to come up with a regimen that's sustainable, that I can implement into my life and to positively change my life for the better. Cool little electric bicycle things are riding through the neighborhood. Something I miss, getting out and riding off-road vehicles. I think that would be a pretty good thing to help with my mental health. Some mental unwinding, getting on a dirt bike, four-wheeler, going out and playing in some trails or in the mud. So I figured I'd try to dust off the old YouTube channel and maybe start making videos, sort of like video journaling, you know, doing things that would promote neuroplasticity, you know, learning a new skill and improving on some of the things that I kind of know how to do. Good night. Boy, this yard is a mess. I need to cut grass. I need to be on the lawnmower instead of on this camera. And also a bit of an accountability partner. If I'm wanting to make changes in my life, do stuff, and you know, there's really nobody to keep me in check. So I figured, you know, it might be well worth it to make these videos, put them on YouTube, even if nobody watches them. You know, I can kind of use it to hold myself accountable to work hard to make changes, lose weight, grow spiritually, and be very aware of my mental health. So, you know, that's kind of why I was wanting to, you know, use YouTube as a method to improve my life. It's, you know, just a tool like everything else. Susie, what is wrong with you? Is it the tall grass that's making you sick? So a while back I was looking up some information on a new action camera. I do have an old GoPro 7, but I tried using it. I just don't really like the colors that it puts out anymore. I do have a mirrorless camera, and I shoot in Canon Log 3, and I just enjoy the look that it produces. So, but trying to vlog with a mirrorless camera, you know, I'm not brave enough to do it in public, and especially with a, you know, a big camera set up. You know, it's just kind of gaudy, draws attention. So I was thinking maybe something a little bit more minimalist, a small camera that, you know, if I start walking by people, I can just kind of close it up and stick it in my cargo pocket. But so I was looking at the DJI Action 4, Action 5. Probably should have went with the Action 4, but I ended up getting the Action 5 Pro just because at the time the price point seemed like it was, the Action 4 was only a little bit less than the Action 5 Pro. So I was like, well, you know, it's a newer model, let me get it. So during that research, I started finding these guys that were, I believe probably most of them were photographers, videographers, but they were starting to vlog with these little action cameras, whether it's the Action 5 Pro, Action 4, the DJI Pocket, some of them even testing out the Insta360 cameras. And it was just sort of a minimalist, organic, authentic type vlogging style. And I was like, wow, man, that's kind of what I've been wanting to do, is make it easier to make videos, so that way I can get some reps in and get used to talking on camera and improve. You know, like I was saying, it's learn a new skill, you know, keep my brain soft and learnable. So but anyways, yeah, there was several guys, and they've started a community. They really shout out each other in their videos, and I have just really been enjoying watching their stuff, just how the simple approach that they take with making their vlogs and uploading videos to YouTube. But there's a bunch of them. I've been watching a lot, but there's a few of them that actually responded to my comment. So just a shout out to Cam Brown Vlogs, he was one. I was commenting on his live stream the other day. Had a little bit of a conversation with Aaron from Aaron Over Everything. I got another comment from Julian from It's Jugi. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, man, it's I've kind of enjoyed watching these guys' videos and figured I would take the leap, give it a shot, try to make something, and try to come up with something inspiring. So, you know, if one of these videos, if I can put something out there that makes a difference in somebody's life, that'd be great. Or if somebody out there can see something that I can improve on, man, hit me in the comments, man. Help me improve this life, because, you know, I care for my beautiful, sweet wife. You know, she deserves my best care, and I want to give it to her, because, you know, I don't ever want to transfer any negative energy to her, because if I'm feeling bad or a little bit irritated, and I can inadvertently transfer that energy to her, and she knows it, she feels it. And a lot of times in her situation, she feels like she's a burden, and I don't ever want to make her feel that way, because she's a blessing. She's not a burden. And, you know, being a caregiver spouse, a lot of people, you know, give me praise for it, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is what I signed up for, and I fell in love with her and married her, and I want to stay that way. No matter what the circumstances are, I want her to still be my wife. And honestly, I think she's the hero in this situation, because, you know, she has to live in this disability every day. And in a way, I get a break from it. I get to go to work, and you know, I don't have to be stuck in this disability 24/7 like she does, and she handles it like a champ. You know, it's tough, and it was tougher in the beginning, but she's adjusted, and she does everything she can to try to make my life easy for me. She tries not to ask for too much, but at the same time, I don't care what she asks for. I want to be the man to give it to her with glad hands, and to show her all the love that I have while I'm caring for her. So if there's an inspirational message that I might have, you know, there you go. You know, love the one that you're with, no matter what their physical condition is, because you never know, something might happen, and they might not be able to take care of themselves, and the only person that they got to rely on is you. So, you know, be the best person you can, and love them as hard as you can throughout your whole life and their whole life. So that's my goal. I want to keep myself healthy, to be the only one that cares for her whole life, and I hope we live a long time. So hey, you know, if you enjoyed it, I appreciate it. If you got anything that I can improve on, hit me in the comments below. But I appreciate y'all.